know I'm late to the party, but I finally got around to watching Sinners. Very fun movie. I can see why it's been praised by everyone I've talked to. It had amazing costume design and set design. It really did a fantastic job of immersing you in that time and that place. The way people spoke and the dialogue just completely immersed you. It basically was a period piece. Well, not basically, it was a period piece, and I kind of, for most of the movie, treated it like that, until the supernatural stuff showed up. But in a way, it showed up late. So for much of the film, I was just like, this is a great period piece. This is awesome. Characters were fun, and the way it approached music was so compelling. I love when the power of music and the power of art uh, is expressed in an almost mythical fashion. And there was something mythic in scope about the way it handled its music and the love it poured into portraying it. I mean, it was basically a musical. It was a musical. And it was an awesome musical that just happened to have action set pieces and monsters and it was wonderful. The music was great, and the way the story uh, approached those musical moments was so cool. I mean, there's a part that's almost psychedelic in the way people from different times sort of start dancing in it, and it felt very, very dreamlike. It had a very dreamlike quality, especially when it came to uh, the music numbers, I guess we could call it. I mean, in many ways, it's not a musical, but in other ways, it just is a musical in disguise, and it was fantastic for it. A great, those were the best parts. The way it approached music was my favorite. The weakest parts for me was ironically the action. I feel like the camera really struggled on what to focus on in some of those action set pieces. Some of it just had so many people in the building at the same time that it didn't really know how to shoot in a way that was readable to the audience. So it's like, well, like where is these people? The geography of the fight scene was a little jumbled, so you're not really sure. Are they attacking these guys or this place? Where are they? Are they even alive? I don't know. There's a specific set piece in mind that I'm thinking of, but a lot of the fight scenes have that energy, but specifically that one, it was just so messy, and it might have been on purpose. It's like, oh, the fight scene is chaotic because it's chaotic, so it should be shot in a erratic way. But I don't think it served that scene very well. Just the way it was very difficult for the viewer to follow what was happening. I wish that was done a little better. There's also a couple sequences that are played back and forth from each other. And this seems to be a trend that I'm seeing in a lot of shows and movies right now, where you take two scenes and then kind of break them up and play them almost at the same time, cutting back and forth and back and forth. And if you follow this channel at all, you will know that I am very skeptical of that strategy because, in my opinion, it often breaks the flow unless those scenes are narratively significant next to each other and serve each other. I would rather sit in one moment and then cut to the next one and let us sit in that one instead of cutting back and forth, back and forth. Sinners didn't do a lot of that. There was just two sequences in particular where there's like a fight scene that it keeps cutting back to, and then the other one is just this kind of emotional moment for one character, and it just cuts back and forth, and I didn't work for me. And then there was another one that was like two fight scenes that were kind of both the climax, but because they were cutting away to each other so much, you kind of couldn't get in the moment of either for me. But I'm not a big fan of frenzied, frantic filmmaking styles of going back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, no, let us absorb the details before you cut to this other scene. But these are minor things. I'm like, none of the things I've just said broke it for me. Those are just some of the issues that I think held back the climax. This is all climax things for me, but I loved the ambiance. I loved the setting, the atmosphere, the way the music was used to serve the story, the way music was like magic, treating music like magic. Anyone who knows me or the premise of my book knows that that's something I am interested in. So it was always a delight whenever the music was brought in and the magic of it and almost the very spiritual, spirit-like quality that it took on. I loved it. Loved it. Anyway, I just wanted to quickly talk about that. Consider subscribing if you want to. And if you want to read a different story where music can summon the dead, do check out my book, Bone Song, Diary of a Sentient Sword. The first 10 chapters are free in the link below. I hope you enjoy it. Happy reading, and take care.